What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So basically, I decided that I think I want to open up this figure. I bought it a couple months ago at Happy Pappy's. I don't know how much I got it for. Maybe 15 bucks, I think. I think on eBay it's actually a little bit more expensive, so I did get a pretty good deal on it. But it is based off of the Tartakovsky Clone Wars, and it is obviously an ARC Trooper. There's some of the figures in the back here. But yeah, I basically bought it, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it sealed because it's the only figure from this packaging style that I have sealed. But the card is bent. As you can see, there's some heavy bending, and I did have it hung up in there, like right on that peg, and it just looked out of place, and I didn't really see it very often. And I am, moving figures around, and I do need another spot for clones. And more recently, I have become more of a opened or out of box collector because there's just so much more you can do with a figure that's out of the package. I have so many sealed figures, which I really enjoy, but unless a figure's like really cool in the package or an expensive rare figure, then I'll keep it sealed. But as for this guy, he's a pretty inexpensive figure, so I figured I would go ahead and open him because I think he looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's just rip right into the package. Okay, and then just pop one out here. So this is a style of figure that I have had a lot of in the past. I could technically just like repackage them if I wanted to, but whenever I lived in California, I remember my dad did buy me a lot of this sort of ARC Trooper figure, and what I would do is I would basically strip them bare and just turn them into regular 501st or stuff like that. This is a very interesting color. It's almost like a periwinkle, sort of bluish gray. I don't know how to explain it, but very interesting color. I don't know what Legion he would have been from, but already I just remember like yanking these off. These would not last a second with me. I would lose these the second I open up the figure. And then I believe you can just take that off like that. And then I basically just had all my guys like this. just bare bone dudes. And this was a very interesting mold. Obviously it was based off of the older Clone Wars, but the torso, I remember it was just like a weird sort of armor design. The legs kind of sat funny like this, kind of like he's like standing with his toes pointed out, and they just go up and down. The arms could like go up and down or whatever, but no bending at the elbow. The head can turn, but overall it was a very interesting design, and I actually don't mind it. I think that the helmet sits on the body pretty nice, but let's we gotta put his stuff back on, obviously, but I do think that this comet's pretty sick. It's like tattered up, has some design there. I don't know why they made it so it's so easy to take apart, but this isn't the first time I've got one of these figures since having a bunch of them whenever I was younger. And I understand, like, I always wondered, like, how did I rip the comma off? Well, it just comes right off. It's almost like then they want you to take it off, but then here's his pauldron there, and you just slide it around the neck. And then, these things just fly off. It fell off whenever I opened it. This little antenna. But whenever you get it all together, he looks pretty sick. I mean, he is, like, he's decked out. He's ready for battle. And then, obviously, here we have his blaster with this thing. I always like whenever they have, like, the little shoulder thing, because then I feel like I'm just able to go like this, and it looks kind of cool. Like, yeah, he's carrying his gun there. Pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, overall, this is just a cool figure. Again, I got it for pretty cheap at Happy Pappy's, and I just thought there was no use in keeping it sealed. I mean, it kind of was just sitting there, and it's cool to have it open, and I do want to put it in the display. Hopefully he stands pretty good. Okay, it looks like he'll stand. Okay, he might fall over. Let's just try to get him in a point where he'll stand pretty good. right? So let's go ahead and, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. See, I have this little space here, and I figured I could just plop this dude in it. I always get so scared they're gonna fall over. Why is he not? Okay, there we go. Okay, so there he is, and he actually looks pretty cool with all of them. There are my other ones. These three guys, you know, I stripped them bare, which is sad, but it's nice to have one that actually has this stuff. And again, that blue color is just so different from any other color clone. So yeah, pretty cool. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.